recording. Yes. See, I told you she always starts in that same position.
Let's go the other way.
That's what he said.
Fucking hell.
Okay, sure. Welcome you, welcome all. Another week, another game, and we are back with the Fate Weavers. This time we have a full house with a full party. Whoop whoop, indeed. So, today's going to be a slightly shorter game, so let's jump right into it. I'm going to do the recap this week because I'm feeling magnanimous, and we just lost Jason. Yay! Off to a good start.
No.
Okay, so
Still here.
last game. After the fall of the ruins in the Goblin camp, where Gabatutalu had been abducted or invited by one of the big demon daddies, AzerrA, all of you retreated back into a lake where you made camp. There, you used the key that you got from Sheila to enter the Glorium archives. There, you were greeted by Magni, your howdy dandy friendly magnifying glass. You all were taken to a different hallway where you got information based on your prior knowledge on the topic. Each one of you got a different piece of information based on what your characters really wanted. There, Ephraim found a stranded soul on Shoralf, an Albian old man that had been trapped in the archive for, I think, up to 60 years. After reconvening, everybody exited the archives as Magni had begun to fracture and put on angry clips as a face, and everybody got out. There was some conversation between Marlish and Shoralf, and Marlish went to walk Sustut around the lake as he got flustered.
There's a lake?
Yeah, there's a lake.
Cool.
And that's where we left off, as you all were deciding on your next steps, setting up camp. So, I give it back to you guys. What are you doing?
I thought
we've
had
done.
a long rest.
Yeah, we had a long
you
rest.
were getting ready for a long rest, yes?
I think I was taking watch.
We had like some dreams level up.
Yeah.
It happened.
Now, I must admit, I didn't fully watch last week's episode. I
How
sort of
dare you.
skimmed
Yeah,
it, basically. I don't have time to
dare
watch 3 hours of content out of my normal
You watch it 1.5?
Or two.
So, could you please summarize your character for me, Callum, really quickly?
He's basically a Gloria McCann bitch.
Don't just pigeonhole me in a little hole that you have no idea what I am. You don't know my backstory. You don't know who I am. Basically, I'm a very old elf. I'm looking kind of thin and gaunt. From what your interactions you've had with me so far, I'm quite gruff but honest. The party has basically asked me a lot of questions about my time. They're not quite convinced, but I'm giving them my answers based on my past. You would have recognized that I was alive before the fracturing. So this world is completely new to me. I'm quite
Right. You were sort of trapped in the library or something, right?
yes, I was put in there by
Sheila herself.
Sheila, not Cynthia, as I keep trying to call her.
Cynthia herself.
But I was trapped in there. I was precursed by Cynthia to learn. Sheila. Can I just call her Cynthia because that's what I want to call her. You know, that's why
maybe she's had a different name, different age.
Maybe she banned me and put me in it because I called her Cynthia all the time, and she's like, "My name's Sheila." I was banished into the realm to learn forever, but never be able to apply my knowledge until asked out which Ephraim kindly did without consulting the party.
Yeah.
Because I knew a lot about
And-
demons. This stuff.
Yeah, and I'm going to amend one little thing from last game because we had to rush a little bit the last part. So before you guys prepare your dinner and set up for sleeping, as you are setting up camp and you call Marlish to come back, he comes and you see that Sustut is carrying two things in his arms. He has a glowing stick that is emitting some sort of purplish light, almost like ever-shifting mist, and he has a glowing stone.
Could
That-
I do an Arcana check on the stick?
Sure, go
Yeah.
ahead and roll. Sustut comes. Sustut found stuff! Sustut is a good tracker!
Susu's
Where
gonna
did you
die.
found that?
By the tree! And Marlish goes like, yeah, there was like this dead dude holding this, so we just took it.
I rolled a 50.
Was the dead
Nothing bad ever comes of
person?
this.
Was the dead
How recently did
person?
they look?
Yeah.
I
Was
mean,
it moving?
Dead. Like bones and stuff, you know.
Was it a skeleton?
Yeah, it was a skeleton, it wasn't a Zambitant.
Okay.
I rolled a 15. Do I know anything about?
15, I mean, the glowing stick looks to be some sort of magical thing. You would need to examine it closer. A lot of different things come to mind. This could have been a torch or just something. The stone, it kind of resembles an elemental stone that some of you have seen used in some magical items. Especially Kauliki and Bishar recognize this stone. Something that was inside a teddy bear that you had.
Ooh, great!
Oh, can I see the stone, please?
Yeah, sure. You grab the stone and from Sustut, he's kind of zealous like, ah! Stone is Sustut!
Yes. Do you want to trade? I have some really cool stuff. Do you want to trade with it?
Yeah, Sustut is good merchant. Sustut give you a discount.
Great. I have a beautiful ruby key. Do you want it?
You see drool coming out of Sustut's mouth. And
I have a ration.
Sustut is interested, to say the least. Here, you take it. And he grabs the stone and changes. Indeed, it seems
Which
to be a. She grabs the ruby thing that you had in your hand. And this elemental stone, it's just like a small shard of an air stone, but it has the symbol of like a paw, and you recognize this symbol. It was the same one on the stitches on the paw, on the butt of Mr. You Can Do It.
I will.
Now, this stone, unlike the one inside of Mr. You Can Do It, glows in a slight red color.
Can I activate my eyes and look at them?
Sure. Just an elemental stone like any other one that you have seen.
No corruption.
No corruption.
Right, great.
Bishar is traumatized with the color red.
Visha is like a bull.
Now,
Yeah, all
since
friends.
you activated your eyes, if you look at Shoralf,
Oh yes.
Shoralf is surrounded by a couple of spirits, as any person with magic would be. Most of the spirits seem to be concentrating around the axe made of bone that he has, rather than him. You get the feeling that his magical abilities are not as big as some of the other members of your party.
Alright. Like he made a pact with a patron of some kind? Or something or other?
Based on what he
No,
told
the
the party
overlay
so far,
says
he's a
cleric.
cleric. So He is surrounded by spirits of all colors, some of the holy divine spirits.
Like
You
I
don't
said, I
see
skimmed the
any
episode,
corruption.
did not watch it completely. Alright, thank you.
Okay. I think Eric would actually not be getting. He knows certain information about certain most party members and their natures. Can I actually activate my spiritual sense
Okay.
and look at Jorah to see if he falls under any celestial fiend or undead?
Neither.
Oh, he's the first non-weird person in this.
I mean,
party.
Soral
Right.
Yet
and Ephraim
I'm
have been two
weird.
regular guys.
Yeah, alright.
He's an old man who you found in a library where he had been trapped for hundreds of years.
Yeah.
Not sure how normal he is.
I mean, he's not got any weird ancestry going on with him yet.
Yes.
Oh yes,
That's
ancestry
nice to be
changes.
It's time travel for you.
Mm-hmm.
I have been open and honest. Every question that you've put towards Joralf, I have answered with what I know.
I'm sorry, I will not believe that, sir.
Sorry, you're an elf, right? As a race.
Yes, pure Alf.
Your name is Your Elf.
Joralf. Oh, I just noticed that. But you call me. But I have asked. I specifically said you can call me Jorah.
Alright.
I have
He's
said.
Ralphie.
I'm not saying everyone. You can call me Ralph.
He's Ralph.
I've asked. I've asked everyone to call me Jorah because Joralf is, you know. But
Too loud.
it's all here.
I have a question. Do you still have Mr. You Can Do It, or did you get rid of him?
Oh no, I think
Didn't he explode?
I think we eated him off the
It
island.
was it was down the mine shaft.
Okay.
I tried to keep him, and then I was forcefully removed from my being.
Yep. So you have
sounds about right.
an elemental stone of some power. It has some runes inscribed into it, and you have a glowing stick.
Could I? Jorah would look at Cody and go, girl, could I potentially look at the runes on that stone?
I could do it for you. I can probably do the same thing.
Sure. How about you two? 4 eyes are better than 2, right?
4 eyes? There's only 3 of us, yeah.
No, I mean 4
What?
eyes. Like
What?
2 people watching,
Oh, I see.
looking.
Two pairs of eyes.
I see. I see.
Jeez.
Wisdom is his dump stat.
I
Yes,
actually-
as a cleric is very nice. No strength, apparently.
Apparently, as you saw, Giraffe is skin and bones. He showed you his body. He is skin and bones. I have
beg
hidden
your
nothing.
pardon, strength of 7 is not just skin and bones.
Right?
Okay,
yeah. Can
so-
I? Can I look at the stones? I guess
You
it'd be enough.
just with your knowledge that both of you have, no need to roll. The runes in this stone seem to be of the enchanting nature. It seems to, when activated, it seems to be just like it needs a catalyst to be activated. But when activated, it seems to provide some sort of improvement to the person holding it. You don't know what it is. Though,
What if you put
Soral,
the stone and
I
the
will
stick
allow you
together?
to do a history check because of the logo on the stone. Funny enough, all of the runes carved into the stone actually make the logo.
I will give you guidance on your check.
Which gives me a plus.
An
D4.
additional D4.
I need it because I only got a 7. Plus 4 is 11. Plus 5 is 16.
You know the logo, you recall it from before you were trapped. it was kind of like a popular brand of toys in Krinkia that was used for like kids with low self-esteem or stuff like that. You do know that the company had started to delve in some other magical improvements, but you are not well versed into the goings of like the normal society.
Okay. I guess I would tell that to the group. I'd probably hear him complaining about kids from the back in his day not being as good as they used to be. But you know, you just hear some old man whining, going, "They built this for some children who couldn't handle their emotions, and it's silly." And then go off on that like an old man would.
Is that like the bear
Is it
which
like
got
the
destroyed earlier?
Oh yeah, the ball has the same shape.
It would correspond with what you're saying. Yes, they seem to have been linked. Do you still have the bear with you?
Oh,
No,
I'm afraid not.
We disposed of it, but we could
It
probably.
started. What is the magical word of glitching?
Malfunctioning.
I think it started malfunctioning.
I swear it exploded.
No, I think we yeeted it down the well.
Yeah, we did throw it in the void. Did you remember that?
Yeah.
I'm going to have a look because I'm pretty sure I wrote it down. But
What about the stick?
Yes, stick.
Just a stick.
Which one has the stick currently?
I just looked at the stick. Yeah, I just looked at the stick. I did nothing else.
Sustut, can I look at the stick for a second?
You want Sustut stick?
Yes. I will trade you a ration for it.
Agreed.
There you
Ration
go.
first.
There you go.
And you see Sustut starts eating savagely. It just seems to be a glowing stick with like a glowing tip. What is the color that Bishar identifies with mostly?
Whitish, bluish, bit
So
between.
the glow turns into that same color, and as you move it, it seems to leave like echoes, almost as if you guys know the firework that is like a spark, and you move it and you make shapes with it. It seems to be like that, and it emits 10 feet of dim light.
As soon as you said it, the image of the Disney ad popped in my head, where
Pretty
they make the
much,
shape
yeah.
in the corner of
Yeah.
the screen. Yeah, alright.
Wrong corner.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Do I see any way to turn it on or off, or
Nope.
influence it in any way?
Nope.
Just a glowing... Alright, so...
If you
Can I maybe try it?
yeah, sure.
What, sorry?
Fisha, is it okay if I try it for a second?
Yeah, sure.
Because I have it. Because Kauliki's color scheme is grayish dark. If she touches it.
As you hold it, the color changes into the color that you are envisioning. Yes.
So.
Oh,
I've had a cadaver.
it's like a mood ring.
Yep.
Curious.
And I give it. Did that say just 26?
While you did that, while she's got it in her hand and she's obviously thinking of that color, can I just like, can Jorah walk in her eye line to see if it changes the color at all?
Bright pink.
Are you holding it?
I am holding it.
Yeah.
I
You
think
need
he
to
wants.
hold it for the color to change.
I think he wants to see if him coming next to me is reactionary.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah.
What if we hold it together?
Oh yeah.
Let's try that.
Okay, you hold it together and it explodes.
Oh no!
Oh
Okay,
shit.
you hold it together and it becomes a mixture of your two colors.
Black and white.
So
Perfect.
a 5 foot dim light.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, basically. If you hold it, it emits darkness for some reason.
I am the darkness.
So,
I am
what
the
are you
knight.
guys doing?
Is this after our long rest and stuff?
this was before the long rest. Now you're going to have the
Oh.
long rest, the visions, the dreams, and everybody's going to wake up.
I've already said I'm on watch. I'll do my little meditation beforehand, pray to
Yeah.
my god,
Yep.
and then yeah.
I will take a watch as well.
It was you're too late. You went.
We
involved.
already
I
did the
two
watches
lots
last
watches.
episode. Yeah.
Oh,
So-
sorry.
You'll
Okay,
find
so we're
out
on-
now that
Yeah,
everyone is
we're
dead
on.
because you shouldn't have fallen
Yeah.
asleep.
So
Yeah.
as morning
So
comes
we're on
and
morning,
everybody
right?
wakes up.
Mm-hmm.
You see Jor outside, just like next to the now smouldering campfire, just like looking like sharpening his bone axe.
How do you sharpen bow? No.
More bonds, obviously.
I think Eric being outside is probably gonna just take a quick perimeter walk and just check either perception. Would he? Yeah, I think he would probably give a quick look, see if our area has changed. You know, if say a undead outbreak happened while we were sleeping near the goblin encampment. You know, that kind of bullshit.
So
That kind of bullshit.
So there's no undead outburst. Though as you are walking around, you do see a small creature like a pig sleeping next to the fire. You get the feeling that maybe it came here because the night was really cold and it's sick like warmth. As soon as everybody starts moving, the small pig starts running into the middle of the forest again. You see no.
Breakfast.
What you do see is like a cloud of smoke coming from where the goblin camp was.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Settle sail.
A fairly large column of smoke, do we say, or?
It seems to be like when a fire has been put off, but there's still something smoldering.
Okay. And okay, that's fine. Cool. I'll run back with the group and see what our next steps are.
Can I go
Ephraim,
to Fisher?
Sorry, what?
Ephraim,
Yes.
as you are preparing the breakfast like you do every single day, what are you preparing this time?
So it's a bit more basic this time. I guess it's a mix of berries and herbs collected from just like the nearby, because we're in like a foresty kind of jungle, but then also kind of like a wholemeal kind of oats. So it's kind of like a granola kind of thing.
Okay. Ephraim, as you are going through the ingredients, sorting them, you get the feeling that over the past couple of weeks, your knowledge of improvising, especially with food-related stuff, has increased like astronomically. You went from having all of the tools at your disposal to having to make do with literally nothing, and still managed to come up with good dishes that sometimes more than often are some sort of improved through magical means. As you have been pouring little specks of your magical energy into these ingredients over the last couple of weeks, you start feeling, as you do this, you get to know the properties of the ingredient that you are working with. You get to know their acidic level, their sugar. You come up with ways to make them make sense. Ephraim, as you level up and you gain your new infusion, you also gain proficiency in the cook tools.
I'd also say while you're cooking as well, you probably see Jorah's like mouth salivating. You hear like the slop in the when he goes, because this is the first proper food he smelt in like at least 70 years.
What did you actually eat in there?
Bookworms.
Well, as you saw last night, my axe can create food and water, but it is merely just energy, not food as you are cooking. Nothing flavorful, just porridge basically, porridge and water for so many years.
Well, I think this will be rather the opposite. I mean, it's I suppose it's still only one step away from porridge, but I'll be able to give you a real meal once we get back to Ivy's Crossing.
I am most looking forward to it, Master AzerrA.
Hearing that and still hogging 2 bottles of kindness beer, I would like. I think that I came off a little bit unkind. And I'll just like bring out the bottle. I don't know where I keep these things, but I have these.
It is fine, my precious. I can understand that we come from very different worlds, very different
I think
ideologies.
our worlds was kind of the same, but different parts of it.
As I told you yesterday, I do not mean to cause any offense that what I was brought up on and what I believe in is not to be counterintuitive to this new world or to be against it. I need to understand what's changed and what are the new norms. But if you are offering me this beer, I would gladly take it as a gift.
Sure. And I give him kindness bottle, 1 bottle of kindness beer. And
Now
I have
would-
just 1 bottle left.
Would Jorah, a man of the cloth, drink before sunrise? Probably not. So he probably put it in his bag, ready for.
It is sunrise, drink it.
He's a man of the cloth. I don't think.
I'm sorry, have you seen priests?
As Kaulik is giving you this mead, Marlish, that is sitting next to Ephraim, sees this and goes like, "Oh crap!" And he pulls like this drawing book. I guess that Derek and Bishar and Quatula. Fuck, everybody has high perception in this group. You would see that this is like a drawing book, like a sketchbook, with like really intricate and really well-versed drawings of multiple items. He goes through like guitars, amplifiers, benches, stuff like that, and he arrives to like a bookmark that has food, and there's like bread, apples, stuff like that, and it's just like a sticker. He peels it off and throws it into the ground, and poof, there you have a slice of bread. And goes like, "Oh yeah, sure. So if colleague here is sharing her food with you, I guess I should do the same. So here you go, old man." And he gives Shoralf a slice of freshly baked bread. Let bygones be bygones, Boomer.
Boomer.
Oh god.
I'm guessing Jorah would take the bread. Yes. Thank you. He doesn't even look at Marlish. He just looks at the mead or at the bread and thank you, and that's all he says.
Okay.
Well, I don't have
Is
much
there
for you
something like
food-wise,
passive insight?
but I'm more than happy to brew you a cup of tea if you want.
There is passive insight, isn't it?
Yeah,
There is passive.
it works the same as passive perception.
Passive skill is like 10, plus wisdom, plus proficiency.
Yeah,
I just
plus
roll
your skill
some-
bonus.
Let me roll something. It's a nat 20, so whatever I rolled, I pass anyway. Trust me. If you want to go there,
I
I'll
just
pass.
wanted to like see if that thank you was like, oh god, kids calling me names again, or
All you know after that roll, it was a thanks.
I hate your dice when they you.
The dice are meant to be.
Anyway.
If Fishar's offering me a tea, most gladly, Mr. Master Fishar. It's thank you very much.
It would
To take
be
something
my pleasure.
that isn't water for the first time is a nice touch.
I will brew tea for everybody, basically. Everybody who wants a cup.
You would see him
Okay.
dunk a bit of his tea in his bread in his tea.
Before you guys finish your breakfast and make plans for the day, I need to know, Ephraim, what infusions are you using this time?
For the new one, I'm going to select Eric for it.
Okay. And are you making the food one? The temp HP?
What do I have? Yes, I will. Yeah.
Okay. So just go ahead, roll, and give it out to whoever you want to give it out. So, while he rolls, what is the plan for today? What are you guys doing?
So are we trying to find? When are we going to try find Gabba?
Oh, just so you know, Rick, nobody has said anything about the information that they gathered in the archive or what they looked for. That conversation hasn't happened.
Great.
Oh, we haven't bothered to tell each other what we found.
I think
Jesus.
if I can remember correctly, I think we was going to go back to.
Oh, that's because
Oh,
old man
no.
Jorah derailed our whole conversation. That's
Yeah.
um,
You merely asked for a low drop. I am the low drop.
yeah,
so.
that's true. Yeah, we would.
Has
probably
anybody
start.
found any useful information pertaining the capture of Gaba while inside the library?
I will have Eric will actually say. Well, at the very least, I know who has Gaba. It is, as he looks back at his notes, it was the Cardinal Demon Prince of Friendship, if I remember correct.
Yes, the Cardinal Demon AzerrA.
Yes. So he has, or they rather, don't know if it's a he or she at this point, but they have her, and currently the only thing we could potentially do is try and find where they reside. But
They reside
I've-
everywhere.
Oh, go on. Sorry.
If it's a demon, it's probably either in a separate dimension or below the miasma.
which means we need to find where
Yes.
its resting place is, or at the very least where the origins of this Ashara was, because apparently it rose when the human population grew. The other information I've gleaned from is it's a difficult creature to predict due to its own attitude, and the irony is it has a disdain to friendship, believing
No, Master Eric, you are wrong. It's not a disdain for friendship. It is a love for friendship. It feeds off unhealthy friendships. You're wrong. Demons do not hate or have disdains for. They feed off its power. Gabba obviously had an unhealthy friendship with many people. That is what it must have craved after.
Could it feed off an unhealthy friendship with an item? Or like mental affliction or something?
There was a very
In which case,
friendship.
Gabba would be a prime target.
I
Yeah.
mean, there was a very unhealthy friendship between her and Thuras, don't you think? I mean, if something like that would have been counted as friendship.
You mean like a DM
Oh,
trying to force a relationship on your character? Yeah, I think that's
It
unhealthy.
was like, well, I didn't meet them two for like that long, but it seems like the Dragonute lady is like bonkers crazy for the Orc lady. Like, woof, she wanted to ride that train real hard, dude.
I'm not really sure how the item was affecting Gabba, but while we were on the island fighting the darkness, she was not herself. She purposely wounded the dragon lady, whose name I have forgotten, Thuras, and left her to die.
Oh, come on. We all know she killed her.
She killed her, left her to die. Yes.
Yeah. The other thing then is, do we try and use her as bait for AzerrA to come get Thuras, follow it into its realm, and get Gabba back? We do not necessarily need to kill AzerrA. At this point, we need to just retrieve Gabba.
I know that you are all fond of this Gabba person, but I think you are overthinking this. The demon chose her for some nefarious reasons. There is more to it than you and I will ever know. A cardinal demon has its quirks, it has its means, and it has its motives. It is beyond the mere thought of us mortals to ever understand why they would want her. I think before we even think of a plan, let us get back to some sort of civilization, let us have a nice rest, and then I can impart my wisdom on how best I think we should go about this.
Do you think there even is a way to retrieve her?
Oh, I know there is a way.
No, I believe there may be, but it is very precise, magically speaking. It requires knowledge that even I do not have.
So
Knowledge
so
that I have
then-
read for 70 years, perhaps.
Maybe.
So then, Jorah, in your infinite wisdom, have cardinal princes been known to choose champions?
Let me just get my book out. I could always try and contact Gabba to see if she's okay.
I cast a message. Oh,
Did
she's too
she-
far away.
Did she?
No, I cast
explain-
sending.
Ah,
Did she say
25%
something
chance.
Yep, I know.
Before she was gone, did she say something? Did she?
She had no final words to part, as she
The last
She-
words she sent to me, to the mind link I had established, was to basically take care of you. It was basically goodbye. I think whatever took her, I don't think Gabba was expecting to come back. That doesn't mean we shouldn't try, but we should also prepare for the possibility that it's not possible to retrieve her.
Jorah, you would actually quite like her. She was something different.
She
I would
sounds.
love a conversation between you two.
That would be a very nice thing. I believe that she sounds like a marvelous woman. To answer your question, Eric, do cardinal demons want champions? Potentially. I do not know how these cardinal demons work, but there must be something special they are either trying to get out of her, use her for, or break her into. We can only tell in time. Master Vishar, you are right. There may not be a chance to ever see her again. But I will try my damnedest to at least let her back, give us a chance for her to come back, or even say our final goodbyes. That I promise. That I do promise.
I think that if we're going to try and contact or interact with other planes, we should
Is
either
it
try and learn about or practice on a plane more benign than a demon's, demon's
Is it
lair.
possible to contact her? If it's possible to contact her, if it's a low chance to go through.
I don't know. I've never tried.
I think Quattro has something you would like to say.
I've been toying around with my abilities that I gained from that temple, and I think I may be able to get a message across.
Fuck.
Clerics get sending. Clerics get sending.
Sorcerers too, but no one took it.
At this point, Marlish, that has been sitting tuning his lute, goes like, "Oh damn, dude! It looks like you all got like some valuable information out of the archive. Oh, so shelly.
What did you look for?
Oh, I just went to the place with all of the bands from Crintia, and like I look at the album covers."
You went to the cartoon section, basically, of the library.
Hey, glam rock music is something really important to my culture.
Alright, fair enough.
The other pressing matter before we actually depart, Eric's eyes go to Susted. What are we doing
Eating an apple.
with our guests?
Could I suggest that he becomes my how would you people say it, servant? As an elderly man, I may need him to cook, clean, wash some of my clothes. It would be real nice to have a servant once again.
You wish the goblin to be your carer.
How do I say this in the voice?
That sounds better.
Is he getting
looks,
Kara's allowance?
Sustud goes like, "Sustud knows how to clean asses. Sustud has a good tongue."
Pardon? What did you know?
You know what you are.
I will obviously feed, provide shelter. I will even if it means that to be not part of the slavery that I can see that you all hate, I will even pay him. I have enough money, and I pull out my bag. I hope this is still worth something in this day and age. Maybe it's just some shiny rocks, but I can pay him with this.
Well, I think we should.
I mean, inflation
May
probably
I-
killed whatever money you had.
Uh,
It's like worth
yeah.
like 5% of what it was.
yeah, but I probably asked Jorah. Well, I think we should at least look at your coins to see if they are still valuable in our era. May I? And I'll ask for like 1 coin just to see.
Like solid diamond coin.
It's going to be a 300 GP diamond.
Why not, right?
exactly.
I'll ask. I'll let their GM. Yeah, I'll hand him over. Even the, I'm confident as a weary old man, I will hand over the entire coin purse.
I mean, gold is gold. Sure, Elf seems to have. Roll me a d100.
Sure, a fuck ton of money.
88.
He seems to have 88 lesser gold pieces.
Do they look like old coinage? So old coinage is likely to still be accepted then, as far as we are aware of.
Yeah, you know that, especially since the fracturing,
We love
currency
preludes.
has become kind of like a universal thing. In like Longstadt, especially Nersandia, has like people from like all places before the fracturing. As long as they are a beast walker, that's where they end up. That's why you get people that worship a plethora of gods. So in Longstadt, there's no discrimination for gold. Gold is gold. They have the need for it. It's really difficult. Like, as far as you know, there's only one gold mine in all of the Empire.
A lesser gold was like what, a platinum piece, right?
No,
Converted.
the full gold is a platinum. The lesser gold is gold.
Ah. Right.
Okay. Okay. Eric will nod, hand the bag back with all of its contents, because Eric's not a rogue, and we'll say to Jorah, your currency should be still fine.
Mage hunt. Nah. I don't have a concept of money.
I mean, if you are happy to take responsibility for this sustenance, then be my guest.
Now I'm going to ask the party this out of Jorah. Would it be wrong of me to hold him on a leash?
Oh, if you did, Eric will have some words.
I mean, he has a
We'll be
leash
having
on
some
right
words with
now.
you. Yeah, but that's because he's a prisoner of war. His status is changing.
Okay.
Just FYI, that the statement.
Disappointed. Oh.
Oh, I'm just wondering.
It's like when I asked the Discord channel, "Hey, is it all right if Eric wears a magical item that is the lion skin?"
Yeah, but as they said, you could do it.
Yeah,
The
you get
response
some
was-
funny looks.
Yeah.
I mean, I would more like it if, like, Ephraim or Quattle wore it. That would be
Even
more
then,
in
I
your
think
face.
I think even then, I think Eric would still have some like, I don't know about
If you
this.
encountered a recently dead lion, it would be wasteful to not use its resources.
Yeah, 100%. I'd probably sell the pelt though. No,
But what if it was a lion beast walker?
Oh, no, that
Well, it's a
we
bit of
draw
an-
the line.
Ethical grey area.
Yeah, we draw the line there.
So
Anyway,
By the way,
I think I'm going to have to keep the lead on it because I don't trust him. So I'll just won't take the lead off. So I'll just, as soon as you say okay and stuff like that, I'll say, there we go then. I have myself a butler. And I just grab the lead. Zoot zoot.
yeah,
Welcome to House Joralf.
okay. Just to make sure, do I have any other option?
Death.
How sure it is? Got to be your butler. Do you want me to clean your ass?
Not right now.
But you can, and I pull off my heavy backpack. I leave my shield on my back, and I just say, you can carry this. And I just
How
put it
heavy
on
is
his
your
back.
backpack?
It's got.
It has 88 gold in it.
No, that's playing on my belt. It's got a bag of
say
sands.
he might not let.
pardon? Why do you have a bag of sand?
I have a bag
Pocket
of sand.
Why don't you have sand?
Yeah. Do you know how to collect the sand for everywhere you go? I mean, there's like
No, I
Totally
collect
different.
flowers wherever I go.
I've got several books. Crossbow
They
bolt,
stole from the library.
a staff, ink pen, small knife, leather,
I think-
parchment, staff, and a
About
bedroll.
100 kilos.
I think the spell specifies that anything you take out of the library just disintegrates into dust.
The books.
But I don't know if it's changed for the archivist key.
The books aren't. They were just books I had.
Yeah, if you
Or-
had them previously, it's fine. But anything you take out which was originated in the library just vanishes.
Knowledge.
So what if he what if he copied it?
That would be fine. You have to do it within the hour. Though.
One way to find out. By the way, the archive key is glowing again, so you can use it. So what's the plan? Where are you guys going? What are you
I
doing?
think the plan last week was to check the goblin camp to confirm the death of the dwarf.
Yeah, I think that was the one thing
Uh,
that didn't go back.
Just we pretty much saw the dwarf was obliterated into pulp because of the big.
Yes, but we were also slightly worried that the goblin camp might decide we'll eat the infected dwarf and then cause another outburst of undead. So
Yeah. So
we
to
wanna make
prevent
sure-
that, I
Yeah,
summoned
yes,
seven
twofold.
apes and pounded it into the ground.
Yeah. So it's twofold just to make sure that the goblin camp has not turned into the undead goblin camp.
Okay. So, if you guys are going to go back into the goblin camp, I'm going to need a couple of stealth checks. And
Yeah.
Could
a
I-
survival
for-
check.
For
understand.
meal infusion, I got 3, so it'll be
I
Eric,
will do survival, I guess.
and no, I don't need it.
I also sent a mental
Vicky?
message to the goblin, just saying, if you ever tire of being a slave for this guy, just let me know and I will set you free.
Sus
What is
Sus
infusion?
yells loudly into the
Uh,
air, like, poison's in my head! Not again!
10 hit points from
Oh,
Yes.
Brent.
how much? What is it?
Oh, I'm writing. 1d4 plus now. Nothing. Do the gloves count?
Yes.
Like it says your healing is increased by 2. Do they count for this, or is it just spells? So then in the case it's 1d4
Yes.
plus 6.
Gloves on.
Ah, I forgot you had the gloves. Another cursed
this
item
the-
to the party.
Is this the murder gloves?
Yeah.
Yes.
No,
Oh, fuck.
they are not the murder gloves. They are the gloves of the
mean-
amputation.
They're helpful in other ways, but
How much temp HP do we get? 3?
D4 plus 6.
Or do we roll? Oh, D4.
yeah, roll d4. And then
Yeah.
six.
Who gets
Each one
10
rolls.
HP? Sorry?
It was 3 people, so it was
Oh, sweet.
Quaffle, Eric, and Kaliki.
You
D4
can
plus
actually
6.
give to Vishar.
Nope, he
because
gave
I
it to
think
you.
he's-
I was
So
gonna-
just
gonna say-
just FYI, Ephraim, if you need to give it to lower HP party members for the next adventuring day, feel free to, because my max HP is now 95 at the moment.
Yeah.
Mine is 28.
No, I had something
I'm
else
sitting-
as well.
I'm no
Yeah.
longer the lowest HP character of the party. Hooray!
Yeah, just in
I'm
case.
comfortable sitting at 76 right now, so it's fine.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to need
cool.
a stealth check
Stealth
from
checks.
everybody to avoid the goblins, a perception check for one person, a survival check from one person.
Oh, I will claim perception.
Hang on.
I can do stealth or survival.
Well,
does
stealth is everyone,
Stealth.
and then survival. I will do survival.
Can I assist?
Can I ask what your perception
you can
plus
assist on the
is?
survival,
yes. Can I ask what your perception is, Bashar?
Based my perception,
Yeah.
it's the +7.
Okay.
Okay, so let's go with
do I
stealth
need
first.
disadvantage because I got suit?
You are not on disadvantage. Susut rolls by himself. Ooh.
Okay. I just got a nat 20 for 28.
Nice. Marlish got a
Weighted
19.
dice.
Nat 20 for a total of
28.
28.
Stealth.
Bishar, stealth.
Sneaky motherfucker.
17 plus 2, so 19.
19. David, Quatel?
19 plus 0 for 19.
19. Nice. Kaldiki?
13 plus 6 for 19.
Oh, damn!
Oh,
Nefram?
Come on,
13.
Ephraim.
13.
Correct.
And
I
Eric?
mean, with disadvantage, it's not bad.
11.
11. Okay.
Yeah, look, disadvantage wearing heavy armor. What you want?
Okay, so
Try harder.
Take it off.
you guys
No!
are pretty confident that you are rather stealthy. Sustut and Eric are. Sustut is an idiot, and Eric is noisy.
Yeah.
So Sustut
He's
will
heavy-footed.
step on a branch. It will do a loud crack, and Sustut will go like sorry. So you all are pretty confident that you are
What did
as a
you
group.
roll for him?
A 2 -1.
Jesus.
I thought
you are
goblins
pretty
had better
confident
stuff
that
than that.
not Sustut.
Oh, fine.
You're pretty confident that you are, as an overall, stealthy. Let's go with the perception.
It's a 21.
21, okay. And the survival?
Survival was also
advantage.
21.
Oh,
Yes, it
damn,
was.
you guys. Okay, so you are pretty confident on your ability to get back in to the forest next to the goblin camp. You do spot on your way a couple of goblin patrols mounted atop a dire goose and a dire squirrel. As you are right there, you see a blood stain where the body of the dwarf had been pummeled by a couple of gorillas. You don't see the body anymore, so it's not there.
And the goblins do not look eat brains.
At first sight,
type of-
they don't look any
At
different from
first
yesterday.
sight.
I will activate my eyes and try to look for any source of corruption.
There's a little bit of corruption in the goblins, but it's like real small, like less than 5% on each goblin. It seems that they somehow got corrupted slightly from yesterday to today.
If I look at Sustut, who I know hasn't eaten any of the corpse, does he look any different from the rest?
He has 0 corruption right now.
So it's probably the
I
best
need
thing
all
to
the
do.
goblins to huddle up in a 20-foot radius sphere.
I think we can leave it. If they become a problem, we can always kill them again.
Alright, fair enough.
How many goblins are left?
Yeah.
There's a
In just a couple of minutes that you are hiding away behind the trees and the bushes, you count up to 20, maybe even more, just coming and going outside of this hill.
We could.
start of the day. We don't need to exert ourselves.
We could have had a cadaver then.
Look, I mean, if someone wants to let rip a 3rd level spell in the area, I'm not gonna say no, but I think start of the day, let's go easy.
Right. I'm gonna metagame this.
I want to let rip a 4th level though.
Right.
Yeah.
If it's a spell to pull them all into one place, and like and bang. Oh, we haven't got Gabba's shrieking thing, but if we could have done that into one spot,
Well,
fish
too
out
fucking
then all
bad.
aflame.
It ain't
I
there
probably
no
have a very
more.
low-tech solution to do that anyway. I think.
We just fling the zoot zoot at it.
Not quite.
I don't know
As
if
you
I'm any
guys
help.
are-
I'm a
looking
I'm a low-level
goes like,
boy.
oh, and that's my cousin Susie. Susie is like good at hunting. Oh, and that's my cousin Susa. Susa was good at drinking water. Once she drank like a full gallon of water. Oh, and that's...
Zoot, Zoot, you must speak when spoken to. Please be quiet.
Yes, master.
Oh yeah, what's the weather like today?
Roll me a d3, I guess.
What's the weather like up there, big guy?
That is a 1.
A 1, it's completely clear skies.
Balls.
What will the weather be like tomorrow?
Yeah, calm like
Yeah,
me,
I
innit?
should know what the weather's like tomorrow as well.
Yeah,
No.
using Truthcraft, I can find out.
Weather boy.
Roll the fucking dice.
What do they roll? D20?
No,
D3, innit?
Truthcraft
D3.
just tells you what the weather will be.
D3.
Yeah, so you still gotta roll it.
1.
Sunny,
Clear
clear
skies.
skies.
Oh, it's clear skies for the next 2 days, guys. Great.
Sweet. Do we really want to genocide a goblin camp at the moment?
It's such a beautiful day.
I'm just you know, like
And I can't stop myself from killing.
you know, like what do you call it? The butterfly effect. We just let these go, and then within like 5 sessions or like 10 sessions, Longstart has been overrun by like a goblin zombie horde.
Exactly.
Well, if that happens, that happens.
Oh, you're right. We shouldn't kill these goblins.
Jorah's just like, put me back in the library, put me back in the library.
Look. If it happens, it happens. It's the whole baby Hitler conundrum, right?
I mean, I still would kill baby Hitler, so this doesn't really help. It doesn't help.
As you guys...
It probably depends on
I-
if Martin wants to allow his carefully crafted, centrally located empire to disintegrate and become overrun by zombie goblins.
Hmm.
Yeah, let's burn it.
I think I could. I in my dreams I had some memories of changing shapes. I can try to look like a goblin, maybe, and try to see what's up in there, and just
Why?
to see how bad things are.
Out of character. This is a big fucking waste of time. Just out of character.
More goblin voices.
How many? Where 2 of the goblins just located? Were they located around the mess hall?
From where you are standing, you cannot see because they have the height advantage. You shall see the main gate of this hill fortress opening and goblins going in, goblins going out.
Roughly, so I haven't got nothing within like 120 feet.
Yeah, the main gate.
Nothing in stealth.
Oh, on the main base. I've got a cadaver. I throw an acid splash at the goblin.
Alright, anyway, Eric will say to Kelly, I mean, it would probably be helpful if we can get into their kitchens and see if they are possibly consuming the dwarf body, but even then...
It is also possible that the dwarf body, although it was pulp, stood up and walked away? Is it possible? Malish, how do Zobitans work?
Oh, well, normally we just sing them a song, get them riled up, and they just stand up and start dancing.
So then the additional question to that is, if a body does not have all its parts, say it was reduced to quite the mess, would it still get up?
I mean, it could probably crawl if it had something. I've seen some Zambitans crawling using their teeth once their hands and feet broke. Yeah, I mean, it's possible.
Could I do a check to see if the body walked or crawled away from his pulp?
With the perception check that you all rolled before, you get the feeling that the puddle of blood, something was dragged inside the fort. Like there's blood.
Inside.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's maybe that whatever is causing the undead here is not the same as what we saw on Sheila's island. Just potentially doesn't work the same way.
But it is probably being eaten.
Yes, and we think that will spread it, or at least.
Okay.
I mean,
Okay,
if
so
you can see it.
So, if you guys are fairly confident, right, that the goblin guys here are eating, and you see a patrol going, oh shit, that the goblin guys here are eating the dwarf guy, right? I mean, I'm no expert. Oh well, yeah, I'm an expert, I guess. That's not that kind. Look, you get what I'm saying.
You're not as much of an expert as your mother.
Thank you. Yeah, I get the feeling that it will be fine.
Can you check Discord, DM?
Can I insight check him just to see if he's just fronting?
Yes, with advantage.
Marlish, you wouldn't lie to me, would you?
Can I use my passive insight?
Can I use my I am a cute girl inside?
I'm a cute girl weeble. 14.
Okay. So your passive insight for what? Sorry.
For basically the same as what Eric said.
Yeah, just
Sorry, can you
basically
repeat the
see
question?
is
I
he
got distracted.
bullshitting us?
No, you get the feeling that Marlish is has never lied in his life.
Okay. Cool.
Alright. Alright.
Alright. I mean, I think we.
I mean, it's
Probably-
fine. They ate one dead guy. And the dead guy wasn't even a Zambitan, so what's the worst that could happen?
was bitten.
Literally a zombie apocalypse.
He was bitten by one.
Well, yeah,
That's
but
the issue.
it's like, okay, how do I explain this? If you eat someone or something that is spicy, you are spicy for a second. And yes, your mouth will hurt and you will shit fire, but you don't become spicy yourself. You are born with it.
So
What
what,
about
if
the
you were?
bunnies who were afflicted with the same corruption and which were eaten by the humans in the outpost, whose name I have forgotten once again?
Yeah, that did actually happen.
Those became corrupted.
Well,
God, we gotta
at
kill
this
'em
point,
all.
you see the door of the fortress opens. Another patrol of goblins go out as a patrol on a dire goose comes in, and the door closes again. Well, I don't know about these bodies you are talking about. Like, I didn't exist in this world before that. But if the bunnies, it's different. Like, if a zambitant bites a person, then they become a zambitant, which I don't really know because all of the zambitants that I've known so far were part of my mother's magic and mine, I guess. So if what you are saying with your bunny dudes, they were a different type of infectious spread, in which case they
So you're
wouldn't
telling
follow the
us
same
there are-
rules that I'm used to.
So there are different strains. You are saying?
Well, yes, like the Zambitans are people that we knew and that they died of different natural causes and they came back to life to dance with my mom and me, all by the magic of the spire. The guys they were not infectious, like I've been beaten by them and I'm not a Zambitant. They just get rowdy from time to time, especially on the pub nights. Ooh, Mark, he would get like crazy with some of the mead. but they were not infectious. What you are talking about bunnies and some bunnies and stuff like that? I mean, that sounds more like an infectious disease rather than magic, I guess.
Yes, it did follow more disease-like patterns than magic. So that tracks, I suppose.
And I mean, this just suggests we should deal with it now. If we're seeing the same things, then that's. I mean, Kaliki could just go in and take a look like she suggested, and we don't
Or
have
I
to.
could go even invisible. I
We
think.
don't have to kill them all if we can. If we
All
don't
right.
think based on
Kalike,
I
you
could.
go invisible. I will create a mind link with you so you can communicate back
I think
as long as I
could.
remain within range. I think.
Martin, question.
Yeah.
We said that I can twin spell haste. Can I
Yes.
twin spell a spell that I got as a part of a ability that I can only cast once a day?
Yes, I would say yes, because it's part of you. It's not like part of an item, so I would say yes.
I could actually make two of us invisible.
Would we be able to see each other?
I can, if we were. I don't think so, but if we were close together, or
Perhaps I can still see your spirits with my vision, even if you're invisible. Not sure if that would work, to be honest.
I can go in by myself. I have an ability to get out quite fast. But it would take out a piece of my abilities.
If we are really wanting to
But I
make sure that this is not an issue, then
Or I could just
sure.
burn the place down.
Yes, but that would be equating to us going into a village and killing them on the suspicion that they've eaten some rotten meat that could potentially turn them into all undead. I
As
think
5
I'd
more minutes
rather-
go by, the door opens again. Another patrol goes in.
Are they getting any lighter, the spirits?
Do they?
You would see in the middle of you, I appear, and I'm just like, guys, there's nothing in there. Let's go. Come on. And I just grab
Yeah.
Zoot Zoot and just
You
start
just
walking
realized that
into the
Shoralf
forest.
hasn't been here for the past 15 minutes.
Wouldn't my passive perception pick that up?
He rolled a 26.
Well,
Alright, fair enough.
fine.
Keep going.
Alright, let's go. Come on.
I went invisible, walked into the camp, did a check around, check if there's any zombies. walked back out.
Yeah, you did. You did. I'm not.
Yeah,
you know what?
inside of the
That-
camp,
that is
you
absolutely
take a
fine with
look,
me.
Shoralf. The main tent has been completely burned down. They seem to have pulled the kitchen utensils outside. They have like a communal kitchen. Half of the tents have been completely destroyed. There was a big pot with like boiling meat and bones and some vegetables. The animals were eating crops, and it appears that the number of goblins have been reduced in half based on what you all saw the day before. Also, no flying stones.
In hindsight, was I still able to see his spirits even though he was invisible?
I have no spirits. Let me do it.
Well, you had some, I think.
It was in my axe, which I left with Zoot Zoot. I'm basically when I popped up, you just saw me in a loincloth. There was not much to the
Well-
imagination.
Minecraft rules, you have to take off your armor to become invisible.
Okay, it's weird because, yeah, there were some spirits around him, but like the spirits were minuscule, like so small that you could not see them unless they were like right next to your face. Once he popped back out of invisibility, all of the spirits flocking around his axe, and you guys started to converge again next to his body, as in a, no, your eyes of seeing spirits are not going to show you invisible creatures.
No, I was just curious.
See, Giraffe is just a new man. He just gets
I mean,
things done.
I would argue that the spirits themselves did not become invisible.
No, the spirits
But hey,
did not
that's
become
just
invisible.
me.
The spirits did not become invisible. They were just ignoring him for some reason.
Their vision is based on movement. Alright.
So yes. So Giraffe is just going to put on his cloak and all that, grab his axe, grab Zoot Zoot and just say, now,
how do we get back to this camp that you were talking about?
I look at the ground, look at the sky. I think it's somewhere in this direction.
Yeah, we make our way.
Think
Let's
it's
go.
a survival check then.
Yeah, no need for a survival. Once you guys find the main road that you know that you followed yesterday, you can get back into the iris crossing. It just takes a couple of hours going through the camp. As you are walking, I do need one of you to roll me a d100, please.
I'm rolling too high, so it's up to you lot. Someone else will roll.
Done.
That's that 52
Please
dice.
use one of those 52 sets of dice.
Yeah.
It's a 14. I want to be a cleric right now.
A 14.
It's about time somebody started rolling better than Alina.
I rolled a
Give me
5.
second. Give me a second, my computer is dying. Come on, I believe in you.
What we need a fan now to like
So
just that
you
entire
said
interaction.
14.
For that entire interaction, we need a fan now to draw that as like an animation. That's why you lot are talking, and just, I've literally got an entire text of just saying this is what I want to do. Then talk through it.
Okay. Okay, so with the 14, as you guys are walking, and you go back into the main road that connects Iris Crossing with the rest of Longstadt, you do see tracks of a carriage, and a couple of them, almost as if a caravan had passed through this main road.
Okay.
Would we be able to determine which direction they were going in? Like towards the camp or leaving from it?
It seems that they walked towards Iris Crossing, based on the direction of the paws of the Kokikos. So, as you guys keep walking, it is about, I would say, near midday as you arrive back into Iris Crossing. You are greeted once again by the palisade surrounding the quarantine zone, and which is empty. And you see there's 8 tombstones next to the entrance of the town.
How curious. I wonder what those are doing there.
Can I go towards the
Insight check.
I did not actually say that. I
do
got
I
it.
know where K404 What the fuck was his name? Oh my god.
Kawoha?
My brain is gone. Kawoha, thank you.
Oh.
Last you saw Kawoha, he had fell into a coma after reviving Estelis into one of the main. He was being taken care of by Estelis and her retainers in the main tent up the hill, near where the bridge connecting what would have been Grelia is. Once again, as you approach Iris Crossing, the wind howling gets like real big as you are near the edge of this floating island.
Do I see the edge yet?
You don't see the edge yet from this point, no.
Okay.
You do feel the wind though, getting harsher, faster, and a constant howling of wind. As you guys
That is
enter
something
the...
This is something that we are comfortable with. We do know that's feeling.
Yeah.
Wind and okay.
Yeah. I mean, no, I wouldn't say used. Like, Bishar is probably the one that is most used to it after living in Grelia. But Ephra, Merrick, and Quotul come from places that have a barrier to keep the climate controlled inside of the city. And you are just a kid.
I'm guessing Joe Ralph would just be like,
Sheltered city boys.
So I'm gonna I'll be like, zoot, zoot, and I go into my bag and put like a fur coat over the top, like a fur rug. It would probably to Eric look quite disturbing, as it is probably like it's like a mix between like a fox and a bison cloak, like the thing. So
okay.
Animal furs.
Fine. I know Eric will.
And then you notice all of a sudden there's a lion head on top.
Somehow.
Magically.
It's a lion fox bison.
This leather is real human skin. You can touch it. Look.
You guys start entering the frontier town of Iris Crossing. The guards, the watchmen. There's not that much of an organized guard watch in this place, as it's fairly small. But some people start recognizing you and go like, "Oh crap, it's them!" And you see some of them dashing towards the center of the town, up the hill. And you see some other people
Can we go?
towards
Can
you.
Can I have an insight check on? Oh crap! It's them.
Sure.
Is
Same.
it a good?
Yeah.
Crap,
Yeah.
or-
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
I'm gonna insight check that.
Who's gonna
that's
play
different,
Is
isn't
a dirty 20.
That
17. Passive.
A mixture. It's like
14.
the kid that ran up the hill was like, "Oh fuck, not these fuckers again." And some of the people that are
Maybe
standing
fair.
there looking at you, some of them are the crew from the Nayarmas that has been just here.
Looked.
And actually, no, the Nayarmas is not here. You don't see anybody from the Nayarmas.
Oh, they probably fucked off then.
Isn't Thuraz with us?
Thuras, you don't see
But-
her at this
yes.
point. The people that you just see like working in this part of the town is like just Bishar. You recognize a couple of them as the people that used to be in Gorelia. There's like a mixture of like, oh yeah, they are back, nice, and oh no, they are back.
Do we see that druid person anywhere?
Yeah.
You don't see her right now.
Okay.
What? Which druid person?
The peacock.
The one that
Remember
had
the
that.
peacock?
Yeah, the
peacock,
peacock.
in the pilgrimage.
Oh, that one. Right.
Shifting peacock.
You are not the only druid in this
Um,
world, boy.
No, I know, but I didn't remember any druids within this encampment.
Obviously, Jorah's just looking around like, this. Would I have any idea of this place at all? Is there like
No,
anything
you
around?
have no idea of like Crintia wasn't surrounded by forests, so this to you would be complete different land, and to you coming from one of the cuspids of like civilization, a great glorium arcanum, giant flying buildings loaded with gold and like really high culture that worships a living god next to them. This is a shit show. This is the like bumpkin, like middle of the country. Think, and I'm sorry to anybody that belongs to this group, think of like the poor farming village in the middle of Ireland.
So technically, it'd probably be not poor, but
Well, no, the thing is that the other day I saw the Banshees of Inishiklin, and you could think of like Irish crossing as pretty much Inishilin. So
Okay.
imagine it like that.
Okay. Have we got two people who are like not friends anymore then in this place? That's the premise of the film. It's a
I did
guy
not
that says
get
you
this.
don't
Oh
like
yeah.
The guy goes, "I'm not your friend anymore because I don't like you." That's the premise of the
Yeah.
film.
okay.
So
Yeah.
you see some people coming to you, especially to you, Vishar. You're surrounded by a couple of familiar faces. Kauliki, you see
What about the goblin?
the goblin. Everybody seems to ignore the goblin, like it's not that big of a deal.
Oh yeah, goblin on a leash. Seems perfectly normal.
I mean, yes, you get some people looking at the leash like, what the fuck? But at the goblin per se, everybody seems to ignore him. It's like, okay, it's a goblin, sure, why not? Kauleki, you see Kaine running towards you with a boiling pot and mittens, and goes like, my god, my...
Hello?
Good, how are you doing? Are you okay? Are you hurt?
No, I'm not hurt at all. Thank you. Oh, hi.
Oh yeah, no, she literally goes next to you, realizes that she has a boiling hot pot in her hands, and goes like, puts it on the ground, and then jumps onto you. Are you hurt? Are you hurt? Have you eaten? You look so flimsy, girl. Come, eat some of this. And she puts like a spoon that... funny thing, the spoon comes out of nowhere.
Bless you.
Right. Thank you.
Bless you. She goes to grab some of the hot soup that she's making, and out of nowhere a spoon appears in her hand, and she just shoves it into your mouth. What should they think? I think just a tiny speck of salt. Lady Bunny is like not that fancy on salt, but for yeah.
It's good. It is wonderful. What is it?
Oh, it's just hot goblin soup. And Sus goes like, huh?
Yeah. Really good. Surprisingly good. Where is Kawaha?
Oh yeah, sure. The doggy, he's sleeping up in the main tent. He woke up yesterday after the peacock lady did some bambo shambo in his facey.
Peacock lady?
Yeah, you know, out of nowhere we were burying the bodies that your friend there burnt, and this peacock, all in her magnificent ass, comes into the town. It looks like almost light glimmering through the forest as she transforms into this orcish half lady, still pretty lady. But we just went and showed her to the boy. She said that she's in a pilgrimage, but since Lady Estelis is bedridden, I was in charge of like the accommodations. And when I saw her, she just had these mambo shambo beans that she put into the mouth of the doggy boy, and he seems to just wake up. Some sprout on the beans, some seeds came out of his mouth, but he's fine. He's just sleeping now.
Great. How is the disease? Any more cases? Any more infections?
Well, no more cases since you burned everybody.
Great. We also dealt with the one who got away. We didn't manage to find him alive, unfortunately. He had been killed by
you
goblins
also
in the
burned
forest.
him.
Well, no. He was killed by goblins, though. So,
He was eaten by goblins.
This goblin? And she points at Sustut.
well,
No,
his cousin, another cousin, and you get the point.
Probably lots of relatives.
Yes.
Ah. Well, pretty boy, just be noted. Some people, some of the folk in the town, they don't like you.
Well, that's to be expected, I suppose.
I mean, the folks from Grelia, they kind of defended ya, but the folks from here, they were saying, "Oh, he killed my mother, let's burn the witch." It was kind of a candid argument, a lot of tears. It was nice.
Perhaps it would be better to not antagonize them further, even though it wasn't their best interest, what I did.
Well, yeah, sure. You can say that at the jury. They are going to interrogate you. Probably tomorrow or tonight, who knows. But for now, come. Let's go back into the hut. My soup is getting cold.
If you don't mind, I'm going to go wander around this place. It's quite a nice ambiance. So I'm just going to go for a little walk.
Don't
Come
go
on,
too
Zoot.
far unless you can fly.
Ah, you've got a stray cat. You have a straggler.
Yes, we do.
How
looks
old
at
is Kaine?
Kaine? Oh, she would be
You said not
around.
very old.
Yeah, she would be around between their 50s and 70 years. I mean, she looks young, still. In human age, she would be around her 30s.
Okay.
And she
Yes,
kinda looks at you, Shoralf, in the eye for like a second.
Oh yeah, she's an
Just
archaeologist.
Well, no, she's a cleric, isn't she? At this point?
I mean, she is not a grave digger.
no.
She's-
She would know his attire.
She's
Yeah,
very
yeah.
thin. Well, I don't
Jorl-
like the tray you brought. Flimsy, floppy ears. You gotta get up, boy. Here, eat something. And she gives you a spoon of like the soup.
You would probably see Jorah's eyes like that because this is probably the first proper food he's been tasting in a long time. He'll take a sip and it's almost like oh.
What is
Why,
the
thank
flavor that Shoralf would hate the most?
hate.
Bland food.
Yeah.
Bread and
No,
water.
If any-
Kaine,
yeah, if
Kaine,
anything, it would just taste like
Kaine.
just
Just
like
hot
porridge.
water.
Yeah, just like porridgey, like nothing.
Yeah, she has this spoon of like really tasty smelling soup with meat and a thick broth in it, and as soon as it enters your mouth it becomes stale, bland, almost like porridge.
Yep, take a thing and goes,
I'm glad that you are such a fine cook in this marvelous place. If you excuse me, I am going to take a look around. I do not want to interrupt your formalities. I will meet you some other time.
and I'll just start walking up to town.
She looks at
As
Kaliki.
you said, don't walk too far. Unless you can fly.
I won't walk too far. I need to see with my own eyes your world.
And I'll pull Zoot, and I'll just like walking like up the hill.
Ah, me dear, the stray kitty that you brought, he didn't like me food. He's a bad apple, Yaderia.
Eric?
Callum, what did you do to Kaine?
Yeah,
I don't know
exactly.
because she doesn't like Gabba, and Gabba was just a friendly person, and I've done nothing. I've just said hello. I even went to say it was lovely food.
Hey,
I think Eric will sit outside of the tent, but within earshot of the conversation, and kind of keep an eye on Jorov just in case any awkward or intense guard conversations go down where he might look to get himself in trouble.
Cool. So
Yeah, I am going to Kaoha.
okay. So as you go to the main tent, aka the city hall, there's once again this big round table outside of the tent, with this time 4 seats, not only 3. And you are greeted by Estelis, still looking pale and walking shakily. Oh, you are back. Okay. Did you find the dwarf that ran away?
Yes.
The goblins ate him.
Unfortunately,
Oh,
the goblins got to him first, yes.
Oh, and the goblins are they mutated? Oh, and you have one with you.
You just see me pulling Tutu towards the edge of a cliff.
We made sure to destroy as much as we could of the body, and as far as we could tell, the infection was not dangerously spreading throughout the goblins.
Amazing. That's amazing news. At least my town will not be overrun by crazed goblins. If they are normal goblins, we can deal with them. I deeply appreciate your help.
You're welcome.
She looks over her shoulders to Lady Rolling Alston and goes like, "Is that shit okay, or do I need to talk like that with everybody?" And Rolling Stone goes like, "You are improving really good. Top of the day, so yeah."
Good day.
Top of the day to you.
Estelis goes like, "Well, yeah, shitheads. I thank ya for saving my town. Yeah. I would normally compensate your asses because I know that you did something really good, but you also burned 8 of my people."
No. We burned 8 infected walking corpses.
That were still my people. I know they were dead, but if I came back from it, I'm pretty confident that you could have done the same for them.
No.
Well, to be honest, I was assuming that Kauha, who was here for a while, if he could have done something, he would have already done it. That was basically my logic.
Now
he
then,
couldn't.
I
Kaoha practically died healing you.
Yeah,
Ah.
It was not possible.
also that.
Oh, the boy is fine. He'll survive. Don't worry about it. Peacock Lady is with him right now. Now, I hold nothing against you. I really want to thank you from the bottom of my dwarvish soul. But,
She's a dwarf.
yeah, she said what? But, my people, especially the ones that came with me from, where did they guys come from?
Longstaff?
The ones that came with me from Elam, they want to see a burn just like they saw their families burn. I want to avoid that because you guys, seem to be in some sort of stupid, heroic shit to redeem yourselves or whatever. I don't care. I really don't care. But I owe you a debt because you saved me life. So we are going to have a trial rather than just burn you at the stake. Now, the trial is against you, pretty boy. Because you're the one that set them on fire. You have an hour to prepare while I call everybody to the central plaza. I will be as fair as I can.
Why do you assume it was me who burned them?
It was either Ye or the orc with an axe, or the turtle boy that has lightning coming out of him. So my safe bet is Ye.
All right. It's
Dawn.
I mean, I appreciate the effort, but it doesn't seem like there's a very strong case against
Oh,
anyone
there
of us.
isn't. You have very good chances of walking out of here alive. That's why I'm doing this trial, because I'm grateful to you.
All right, seems good.
Now, don't tell anybody about me being. How do I say it? And Rolling goes like,
Biased.
Nice.
yes,
Common.
bias is a good word. Yes, I'm biased. Definitely, totally want you to win the case, but I'm the judge, so I cannot be that. So don't go telling anybody about this, okay?
I am the judge, so you're basically fine.
All right.
Now,
So
Is
essentially,
there
Una,
she's saying, "Don't fuck it."
any particular kind of people I need to avoid while here?
pretty much everybody that you don't know.
I mean, I did notice the doctors seem to be a bit, I don't know, shocked when I mentioned the removal of the sources of contamination.
Well, the doctor can be a tad, weird as fuck.
I'm going to ask, is he any better or worse?
Oh yeah, he's in his tent. He woke up like after a couple of hours. It's just that everybody's kind of creeped about the guy, but he's the only doctor that wanted to come to a frontier town. So you take what you get.
I suppose.
So can I meet my brother Kawaha now?
Yeah, of course, kitty. Just go in. Be warned, the peacock lady is in there.
And I go in.
You see that she goes back to Rolling Stone, and Rolling starts going, very good, but we need to soften your tone a little bit if you're going to be a dignitary. And Rolling pretty much starts going over, you did okay, but you are an idiot. Try to behave more like a lady. So, Kauliki, you go inside the tent. What is everybody else doing?
I was already up the edge of the
Yep.
cliff, just sitting
You are walking
down.
towards the edge, yeah?
Yeah, I was doing that.
What about the other 4 idiots?
I would like to inquire where the ship has gone.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
I don't think it's wise for Fisher to just wander around currently, so he will just stick with Quartal and Ephraim for now.
Okay. What about Eric?
Is there? Actually, I'll probably ask either Bishop or Portal. Do either of you actually know? Bishop, this might be more in your realm.
Alright.
Do you have a way to summon a bird or a creature of the air to bring a letter to someone specific?
I can summon my personal companion, Bird, which I've done a couple of times, but though not very many, to deliver a letter, though he can only exist for a couple of hours. I could also try to find a natural bird and use it to deliver a message, which can travel a lot further.
Are you able? Do you have that ability today, or?
The first one, yes, I can do it right now. To use a natural bird as a messenger would require me to focus on the spell and learn it after a long rest.
Okay.
I could attempt the means of communication that I mentioned for Gabba. I would need to possibly know their name and their appearance to be more familiar. It would be a good test run.
Do you know what? let's do that now. Actually, if that's okay. So Eric will probably pull out a parchment and start drawing a rudimentary portrait of his mother, who he will say is Kara Star Carver. She is a he would describe that he is much like himself, a lion beast walker. The form perhaps more lithe than he is, and that she primarily wears and if the DM will allow me to sort of jazz this a little bit, she wears this sort of emblem, which represents her being the Arcanum research leader, which I imagine it to be a mixture of sort of metal but forged into sort of an iron rune. The iron rune is very specific and is probably something that represents like unity, like the arcane word for unity, as her symbol, as sort of one of her many defining features that she would have. And then, as he's sort of describing her, we'll probably ask, is the message limited, or how can you say as many words as you want?
Limit it to around 25 words or less. I'm not sure.
How far away is this person, roughly, from here?
I would not even fathom. She is in. I would guess she is still in Nasanzia, unless she has left somewhere that I'm not aware of. But that was the last place I knew she was when I left. So we can certainly try this
Perhaps
message first.
Would be better to use Koto's message then, because the birds are a bit limited in distance and time. Also, if she's not at that location, I don't think they would be able to find her.
I see. Okay. So Eric will then write down something, but then realize Quarter will probably need. Are you speaking to her directly, Quarter?
Through my testing and theories, it's from my perspective. So
probably you then. Right. Okay. We might need to add a couple of words for you, as in for you to introduce yourself to her and say that you are a friend of mine.
I'm Quartal, friend of Eric. That's 5.
Right. Okay, so 20 words.
You
Then
could
Eric.
use Eric's friend.
I was going to say Eric's friend.
Forward.
An extra word.
Yeah.
Friend Quartal.
Yeah, Eric's friend.
Yes.
There you go. So Eric will then write down. Currently, no, in Iris Crossing.
Ice
Return.
crossing towards the
Ice
one.
crossing is one word. It's a name.
Yeah, baby. Get those discounts where you can.
It
So
should totally be like elite speak for.
Yeah.
yeah.
The siphoned
Right.
words
Like
also count as
the
Homebrew.
early days text talk, where you just
Right.
change
Irish
words to use less
parsing.
syllables.
Return from. Where were we?
Great, yeah.
Again in that island.
Aurelia.
Aurelia.
Great. Return from Greylia. Island lost. Research material found. I hope. What was the grasshopper praying mantis who
Leaks.
came with me?
Lucia.
Kaliki? Hope Lucia arrived back. Okay.
Gabba's dead.
She know Gabba? Yeah, she probably know Gabba.
Gabba was with you for a long time before you
Yeah, she
Gabba
was.
lived in Nersandia for a couple of months with you.
Gabba
no
lost.
Abducted by demon.
Gabba missing.
Yeah, no, miss. Yeah, I would switch that from lost to missing.
missing by
We'll
demon.
find.
Love, Eric.
That's 25.
I mean, that's
Okay.
it. That's the words.
So, Quotal, do you send that exact message?
I send that exact message with, in addition on the end. Hang on a second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. From Quattle, Eric's friend. Cheers.
Cheers. Okay.
XO.
How does your sending spell work and look? Is it just
I
a
would
mental
ask-
thing?
Everybody to take a
Shout into the
step, take steps back.
And
Because
as you are
it-
casting it, I want you to roll a wild magic table.
I was gonna roll it, so I'm rolling this 4 times.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
What?
Cool.
and give me my roll.
Yay. Okay. So your roll is.
So, for viewers, when Quotal casts a spell for first time, he always rolls in Wild Magic table. Now, due to a vision that he had from a previous life, Alina can also force him to roll into a Wild Magic table. So that's 2
So-
rolls.
The first one is a 2. The caster and target switch positions after the spell ends.
Only if the only if he's able to actually.
Yeah.
As long as she's on the same
Connect
plane,
it.
it's also.
Well, but also because Quoto's never seen. My
If it
mother-
goes through.
I need you to roll a d20. You have a 5% chance of failure. So if you roll a 2 or higher, the spell works.
Natural 1, baby!
He's never been so happy to roll a natural one.
I give you guidance on this roll. Roll higher.
Fuck!
Oh lordy.
Alright, but the other 3 times.
That scared me.
Another 2. Just 3 more
Yeah,
2s.
No,
I
it's a
mean,
level 3 spell, so I roll 3 times.
Yeah, and then.
Well, oopsie.
So it's another 2.
No,
Ah.
Kaliki's giving me an extra one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we've gone in the singles.
That is a
wait.
6.
You roll when you cast a spell. You don't roll once per level of the spell. So you roll 2 times.
What I did. Oh,
It's a
I
level
thought
3 spell.
it's a level 3. And I'm spending 6 sorcery points. Unless you changed it.
I don't remember the exact, so if that's what
It
you're
was-
saying, I'm going to go with what you're saying.
Yes. Next
I'm going
one.
with something that affects you more.
16. The caster grows antlers, then sheds them 24 hours later.
Cool.
Okay, sweet.
Oh, what's the-
Purple with antlers.
Yeah.
How
Oh,
are
yeah. You
going
can no
to-
longer retract your shell now.
What are those? Is it jackalope? Are they the weird?
Yeah.
Yes.
God.
Potato
10.
jackalope.
The caster can only speak in beast speech for 24 hours.
Again,
Alright.
Eric and Ephraim are going to understand you.
Yeah.
Me too.
I can
yeah.
use mind link. And I can understand you.
Yeah,
And
that's
the
alright.
last one
Just draw
is
then.
71. The spell's duration is doubled if applicable.
Not applicable.
Ah, okay.
Okay,
Okay,
so,
the first one was proper scary.
so you do spend your spell slot, but no response.
Whew.
Fuck.
Yeah, that was real scary because Eric would have
Where
had to.
is your mother?
Well, she would have been in the Sanzia. That's what I
Of
thought.
course.
Can you imagine if she's just like in bed with her husband, just chill, then all of a sudden he turns around and sees this turtle with big antlers going, "Woo!"
Yeah, and my mother standing in front of me like, "Hi, Mom. I think we've got to have a long talk about what's happened so far. This is real awkward." Oh boy.
First time
That was
ever that the
close.
nat 1 is going to be good.
Okay.
Okay, so your spell fails.
All right.
So
But you have antlers and you cannot speak normally.
Eric will look at Quarto like, is that supposed to happen?
I think it didn't work. Should I try again?
What?
Does Eric wait? But then
Do you
Eric,
have 6?
but then Eric just realizes, hang on. Why are you speaking in beach speech?
The accent's not normally that strong.
No, but he's actually speaking the actual.
So I know
No,
more
language.
there.
Yeah.
This is really strange. Is this supposed
I am not
to
there.
happen, Quarto?
I am not there.
I think this is a side effect.
Vishar, you have no idea. To you, they are going.
Right.
Eric will turn to Vishar and say, well, Quarto, for some reason, has decided to revert back to beast speech. This might be a effect of his spell. I will look at.
We think the same thing about
Cool.
the antlers.
Are we sure we want
Yeah.
to bring Quartal on a flying airship in the middle of nothing if he can just explode into chaos at any point in time?
I mean, we already did it for like a week.
Yeah, that's true. I suppose.
Eric, Eric, actually, for the first time, actually properly like smiles and says, "I think that would actually be quite funny." But
Well, not sure how many of you guys can fly, but it would
no,
pretty much
no,
suck.
no. I think at this point, I think our lives are pretty varied at this point.
I
I-
tend to agree. This is very weird. Yes, Vishar. Don't want to explode.
I translate to what Quarto says to Vishar.
Great. That's. I hold you to that.
It only happens when I tap into the abilities I gained from the temple.
Translate.
So, okay. So you can
Alright.
control how dangerous it is.
I have
Maybe
no
only-
control.
Maybe only use
I mean,
those
you
when
can
we're
decide
on
not to.
dry land.
I can
You-
decide not to use them,
Yeah.
but I felt a little bit extra happen for some reason, and I don't know why.
Hmm.
I
I,
don't want to
I,
know what happens if I don't do that. So
I
Now,
tend to quarter and say, oh, only if you want to try again, but only if you are truly comfortable with it.
will it be still in beast speak?
Oh yeah. Well, I speak common, but he has to reply back in beast speech.
I mean the message then.
Oh, she will understand 100% at that point
Okay.
because she is
Right.
yeah, she's a lion. She's a lion beast.
Weirdly, the message is still 25 words, even in beast speech. It's strange how that works.
It doesn't translate.
who
like
knows?
that.
Who knows? Oh god.
Oh no. I could try again. It's not like it could be any worse.
What did he say?
I mean, now
I
you
looked
just.
I looked to Vishar. All will be well. And
Vishal
I
takes a
gestured-
couple of steps back.
Alright.
I
Just
gestured
gives a
to
thumbs up.
Corto.
Alright, I'll spend a level 2 spell slot to get myself some sorcery points back. And I'll try again. With the exact same message.
This time, you don't need to roll anything in the wild magic table because you already casted the spell once and there are no outside interventions. So just roll me a d20. If you roll anything other than a 1, the spell gets.
It's a 6.
Okay. So the spell reaches Eric's mother. Fuck. That's the first word? Huh. In a very poised, slow, and controlled voice of a mature woman that still sounds slightly growly, like the police officer from Arcane, you hear, "Oh well, it is nice to hear of you. This saddens me. Tell my son to get home safe. I'll have the bed ready for him."
That's
I have the bed
25.
ready for.
No,
I'll
I
have the,
think him gets
the bed ready, lab. I'll have the bed ready, lab.
You good?
Well, she says, "Oh well, it is nice to hear from you. This saddens me. Tell my son to get home safe. I'll have his bed ready, love."
There's probably in that moment, you can probably see Eric's fur actually kind of stands a bit. Like, he's not, even though it is Quarto speaking her words, because he can imagine her saying it, there's a slight sadness, but homesick. There's a bit of a homesick feeling to Eric, and he will probably hug Quarto in a big old hug as a thank you, my friend. I will need to take a quick walk to compose myself.
How old is Eric?
I imagine Eric he's probably close. Lifespan of beastwalkers is what? Normal human?
Similar to a human.
So I
Slightly
imagine
shorter.
Eric. Yeah, so I imagine Eric is more. He's closer to 30 years, but this is probably kind of his not long haul away from home type of field trip, but because he has stepped outside of the city, but he's not traveled so far out.
Oh, this is him going to university.
I guess in a way, yes, but he's in a way never. He's always had his pride with him, and not like emotional pride, but his like pride members with him. So it's always had that family together, and he is, since meeting all of you and all of you becoming slowly part of his pride, he is reminded himself of his original pride members, and so he is sort of very that wave of homesick just hits him a bit harder than it should have, because he kind of wasn't expecting it to work for some odd reason. Like he just because he just didn't know if it would, right? He hasn't had much interaction with this kind of magic before. So yeah.
So, as you guys are sending messages, having your moment outside, we have 2 other scenes to go through. Soral, what are you doing as you walk next to the edge, in the middle of the village, climbing the stairs, going to a construction that seems to have been halted? Giant metal anchors holding 2 large pillars made out of marble, covered in runes, no energy coursing through them. In front of you, a giant cliff, almost like seeing the end of the world on a flat land. Underneath, countless clouds of purplish tint glowing, covering everything in sight, except some tiny specks of land drifting away in the horizon. What is going through your mind?
I think what we're going through his mind is pain. I think if you were to see Geralt's face at this point, it would be emotionless, but probably would actually see a single tear, like almost like he's trying to hold tears back, but one breaks through the eye and slowly rolls down. He's annoyed, he's angry that the world that he grew up in, the world that he knows is gone from what he believes is gone. That the powers that were fighting back then obviously got too full of themselves, destroyed it. He's now like, why destroy something so beautiful that is the planet we live? He looks behind looks at the rundown city, and he goes, he probably would be thinking to himself, even this place, this may not be beautiful at all, not as beautiful as what I remember, the floating cities, the golds, the luscious grass, but it was better than this.
On
Why?
the horizon, looming as the sun starts to be in the middle of the sky, you see the moon fractured, broken into thousands of pieces.
I'm guessing I've never seen that either. I think his fist would slowly. The lead the hand that is holding the lead of Zoot Zoot will clench. He can't describe the feeling of anger. And now he's questioning himself. Was the war really needed? Is this what needed to happen in order for peace? This cannot be. Would he? He would react with a nasty, with outrage, and he would backhand Zoot Zoot. Understand out there. Come on,
Yes, sorry.
let us get back to the others.
Yes, of course, yeah. And Sustud starts following you.
And he would start pulling Zoot Zoot down.
Kaulike, you enter the tent. As soon as you enter, you see a half-orc woman, tall, covered in cloth with green and brown patterns, almost like leaves made out of like flowers falling down, almost as if the clothes themselves symbolized the passing of the seasons and the growth of a crop. You see Kawoha laying on the bed, eyes wide open as this woman is giving him a kiss, leaning over him.
Oh, I'm sorry. Am I interrupting something?
She stands up. Oh, it's okay, my dear. I was just giving him his medicine. You see there's a little drool coming out of her mouth. Kawoha very slowly turns his head towards you and just blinks. And you hear a very forceful, very tired, "Hey, kid."
Oh, don't speak if you to count. How are you? Oh, or how is he?
You
What
see,
happened and who are you?
you see that he makes the effort to stand up, and the woman puts his hand on his chest and lays him flat. Oh no, dear,
Oh,
no.
Also, no, you are fucked up. You stayed in pain. No.
Oh no, dear, you need to lay down and just rest. Hi, I don't think we have met. She hands you the other hand as her right hand remains on Kawoha's chest. The name is Cynthia. I'm on my pilgrimage. I'm just a keeper of life. So, yeah, that's me.
Cynthia with a S or with a
Cynthia.
This is why Callum kept getting that name.
And this is why that name came somewhat. Is it? This. Is it why I think? Is it who I think it is? No matter. Cynthia, you say. What is a pilgrimage? Who are you, and how are you so good in healing him?
Oh yeah, my dear. So there's this order of people that are in tune with nature. We sometimes are regarded as healers or just people that do some mambo shambo and make crops grow stronger. Ever since the apocalypse happened, we kind of became nomads that go around the land making sure that crops grow so that the people don't starve, because it's kind of harsh growing stuff in the middle of the sky. So yeah,
So-
that's
so
a
you're a
pilgrimage. Well, druid is more of like a person in commute with animals and that they turn into animals. I do that. I love being a peacock myself. All of the feathers and my ass looks amazing. But I'm, in more broader terms, a keeper of nature. And right now,
I mean,
this big
Kalika
guy,
is checking her out right now.
she's a hot half orc, kind of a hippie. Very big ass. And right now I'm keeping this furry guy alive. And you see that she kind of puts both of her hands on Kawuha's chest.
Do you know how he managed to survive that spell? Do you know what happened here?
Well, I myself have no idea of what happened as I arrived today in this place. But based on what the mayor, I guess, has told me, he did some divine magic or some of the sort, which is wow. And apparently he just spent like most of his life on that, so he fell into what we call a coma, which is when someone goes onto a sleep that they cannot wake up from. So I've been just giving him some of my nature magic to nurture him back into his strong, resilient self. Almost like a crop. Speaking of which, I'm calling him my sunflower because he's like a sunflower, really tall and strong and always looking to the sun. In that term, you would be more like a rose.
A rose?
Yeah, beautiful yet sharp. That's what your aura is telling me. Like, you are the most beautiful flower, but also one of the most dangerous ones. Oh, sorry, I'm rambling. I'm just. I really like flowers. I'm good at reading people's auras.
Yes, of course. What was I going to say?
Oh, sorry, am I interrupting? Would you like to spend some time with him?
Are you right? Can I just be with you?
Oh yeah, of course, my dear. I will leave the room. Just give me a moment. I will give him the next dose of energy. And you see that she has like this small satchel made out of leather, and grabs like a small bean, puts it into her mouth, kind of chews it. Just a second. It's kind of hard. It takes a minute actually. Okay, all ready. And you see that she leans and she's going to go give Kawoha another mouth to mouth, which is a little long, and it keeps going almost awkwardly long. Okay, there we go. So he should be fine, but just try to keep it short. He's still really weak. My little sunflower needs time to get better. So
If I give him some healing, would it help?
oh, you are a healer. Oh my gosh.
Not really, no. But I can do help. I can help in that regard.
Sure. What kind of healing are we talking about? Like, cause are you also a keeper of nature?
No.
then
It sort of happens.
oh, okay. I mean, there's broadly speaking two types of magical healing, which is us, keepers of nature, that course the power of the nature itself through us into another being, or there's divine healers, you know, people that have the grace of the gods, which it's kind of like weird after, you know,
Tim.
once again, the apocalypse.
No, the divine healer. That's him.
Yes. Yeah. I felt some of that. Yeah. I'm just waiting until the little
felt
sunflower
that.
gets better. And we will talk about that because, boy, if he's a divine healer, oof, this is big news.
And I will, with her still in the room, I will healing pulse onto Kawaha and spend my own hit dice to do that.
You see that you spend your own hit dice, you said? Okay.
He gets, what is it, like, I rolled 2 plus 5, he gets 7 hit points back.
Okay. You see that he regains some of the color in his fur, and Cynthia goes, "Oh, okay, that's I don't even know what that is. That's new. Like, you are giving him your own energy. Are you okay? Are you okay, little Rose? Do you need?"
Oh no, I am fine.
Astounding. Wow, we definitely need to have a chat about this. I would love to hear more about this. How?
Believe me, I would love to know about it too.
Oh.
I have no idea how it happens.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Let's have a chat over some, I don't know, some meat. I can prepare something to eat, some seeds. Oh, do you like seeds? I'm kind of a vegetarian.
Oh, I thought so.
Yeah.
You give the vibe.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so you can also read auras. Nice.
Yeah, can I, speaking of reading, can I give an insight?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead and
Yeah.
roll.
Yeah, that's a bullcrap. Wait. Maybe. Wait, 8 plus 6. Do the math.
14.
14.
Thank you.
Okay. She looks like a bright, outgoing, awkward, shy girl that is really
that
excited
makes
to be
two of
here.
us.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I'm imposing. I will leave the room now, okay? Toodaloo. And he just kind of like awkwardly walks towards the door.
You enjoy that, do you?
He just a little.
But how are you?
Not dead. Tired.
I can see that. What can you remember about demons?
Wow, that's a question I wasn't expecting when I woke up.
Sorry. You know, we went to look for the one that escaped, and in the process of trying to get him, Gaba, the half-orc, you remember her?
Yes, the drunk idiot that shut her pants.
The great, brave idiot that was too stupid to be alive, but still was a great friend of mine. I don't know where she is. She's probably somewhere and she starts just like
Oh.
crying. She's probably somewhere in a cardinal demon's lair being tortured, and I think that's because of us.
Kid, I'm not going to say that it's okay, because it's not. It sucks. What I will say
I
is
just
that
wanted her to come back.
once I get better, tomorrow maybe, I will help you get her back. We'll get her back, and we will kick. We will kick whichever demon's ass we need to kick. I mean, you are really good at pulling people's throat out of their bodies.
Do you remember how we looked like?
I have no idea. Though,
Yeah.
if I can make an educated guess, I'm pretty sure you were a beautiful little flower. Or at least, that's what she said.
Shut up.
Kauliki, as you are talking with Kawoha, you feel your hairs near your ears kind of like getting static and erecting up, almost as if electricity was coursing through you, and you hear a voice as if somebody was whispering in your ear, shifting from one ear to the other, almost as if dancing around you as they were talking in your ears. You hear, "You ugly slave abomination. He will come
Pardon?
back." Okay, I will do it with less demonic voice, because the mic doesn't help me. "You ugly slave abomination. He will be back. Your leash will come back. Glory to him. Slavery will rule all of you. Just you wait. Glory. Glory." And that's where we are going to finish tonight's episode.
What?
Lovely veiled threats.
No.
Can she respond in 25 words or less?
No, as a matter
Can
of fact,
she?
she can't. It's almost as if after the last glory was said, that electricity sense in the air, that shiver down your spine, that presence just vanished.
It's just Quaddle pranking. Just a prank, bro.
And then Kauliki teleports to where Quaddle was.
Yeah.
So,
Do I roll a wisdom
yes,
on that?
yes, let's do that now before we forget.
Which one of you will betray me today? Let's go with.
Quaddle.
52 options.
Yeah.
No,
$52.
This game I only play with 10. Okay.
Only.
Yeah, that makes it a whole lot better.
The other 42
I'm
are for
fine.
her other friends.
I'm fine. I am at a 16.
I mean, you don't break down, but being fine is a different thing.
Yeah,
So,
of course.
we will finish this in this cliffhanger.
Sorry.
We'll.
No, it's about how
We're a functional family. One slaps the
Okay.
goblin because As of nothing.
So, we'll be back for the next game. In the meantime, keep on weaving.
No.
No.
I mean, it's it's
Fate's
sounding
coming
more
for ya.
natural.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounding more natural. I will say that.
I think it's the first time I've actually fully accepted it. You know,
Yeah,
I'm
I'm saying
full-on
it,
Weaver.
it actually
I'm a
sounds
full-on
a bit
Weaver now.
more.
I'll
It's
never
getting
accept
better,
it.
but still no. Okay,
It's
see you.
getting there.
Let's get there, everybody. Maybe next game. See ya.
See ya.